a Queen of Wands, and it doesn't matter what your gender is, you're coming through as this Queen of Wands because you have been able to leverage that magic within you and draw in a new chapter or, a couple extra dollars, promotion, new place to live. There is something here that's getting easier for you. With that Ace of Pentacles, we have an opportunity coming your way, and it's something that you have wanted for yourself. For most of you, I feel like this has to do with stability, which is why it might be tied to your living situation or your financial situation. But things are going to be easier for you. I had to use throws you a bone in the title because I like skeletons, so deal with it. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member, as well as how to become an owner of a homemade soy candle by me. My Etsy is linked down there for you. Hello, famous Seamus. How are you doing today? Let's dive in. What should we start with? I think we're going to start with the cats rule the earth. We'll stick with the cat theme for now. What else do we have? Ten of Swords in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Six of Wands. Look at you go. This is the light after the dark, the sunshine, after weeks of rain. You guys have probably heard me complaining about that. There is a sense of success and achievement, accomplishment, leveling up, and it's because you have remained focused on your path, or you've been able to manifest what you want, even as you've been dealing with some things that are maybe not ideal. Hello, Gavin. Hello, Keegan Schroeder. How we doing? Well, job well done there, famous Seamus. I figured someone would have to make that joke, Key Controller. Hello, OJ. What's up? Hello, Cozy Cat. How we doing? So we have the Six of Cups, the King of Swords in the reverse, and Justice in the reverse. Whoever I'm reading for, I do feel like you have had to maintain faith or a positive attitude in the face of someone who was willing to lie about you, someone who was willing to make you out to be the villain or the problem in a story. And I feel like you have not allowed that to distract you from what is important. So, because you have maybe put somebody in no contact or quit a job or moved away, you've made some change here that's made it possible for things to get better, despite the temptation to take out your frustration on this person. That would have been folly. That would have been a waste of your energy. So you focused it in the right place, and I'm proud of you. Hello, Drake. How you doing? I am doing well. Thank you, Gavin. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Stephen. How are we doing? Thank you, Imported. Hello, Lemonade. What's up? Hello, is it Bad? Bad Marsh? What's up? Hello, too. How's your day going? So we have the Devil, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Fear could have distracted you or been a constant in the last several months or even years. But the Devil is what's clarifying the Ten of Swords in the reverse. And when the Ten of Swords is in the reverse, we have recovery. So you have landed on your feet And as a result, there is this new opportunity or this new beginning for you. We do have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, which I would have predicted it would come out in the upright. So let's see what this is about. Why the Nine of Cups in the reverse? There are people who have wanted to see you fail. So you have the Six of Wands being clarified by that Nine of Cups in the reverse. And this is to say that even though there are people who have maybe literally been praying to see you fail, maybe there are people who have tried to distract you or people who have told you were silly for trying to make fetch happen, whatever it was that your goal was. They couldn't sabotage you. The Five of Swords is in the reverse because you've still been able to move forward towards what is important or towards your path. Hey Maureen, we're not here to call people out with that. Hello, Mr. F. How are you doing? I don't know which one you're referring to. Oh, what did I just turn on? I don't know what I just touched. Sorry, guys. Hello, Kritika. How are you doing? Thank you for liking. Ooh, please do not do that. We're not going to be doing the like repeat your message over and over again, please. Kritika, I do personal questions after the general reading, and it's prioritized based off of I can't talk, you guys. Super chat and in the order that I see them, but I do prioritize getting that general reading done first. Yes, it is, and it says for sure. Hello, Jayanta. How are you doing? What did Mr. F do? Why are y'all mad? What happened? I missed it. I don't know what happened, you guys. So we've got the Lovers in the reverse and the Knight of Wands. What is the word of the day? I'm pretty sure it's bone. From the title. I almost changed it. I didn't know if I could get away with it, but you guys know I like skeletons. No, Krika. Krika, I'm here to do a general reading because there are other people besides you that are watching. I appreciate that it's your bedtime, but if you want me to do a question, it does have to be in the format that I choose because it's my channel, okay? So I've got probably about 25 minutes left of the general reading, and then I start those personal questions, but it's with those that have done a super chat or donate a membership to somebody else. I can't even see where it was, Mr. F, so I'm not able to double check it for you. I'm sorry. I looked for it. I hope your business trip goes well, Jayanta. So we have the Hermit and the Two of Cups. The Hermit is your energy. This is why we don't focus too much on gender, right? You came out initially as the Queen of Wands, and that's obviously more feminine. The Hermit is more masculine. And with this Two of Cups, I do feel like there is friendship or romance on the horizon for you. And in part, I feel like that is possible or that is manifested in your life because the stability or the financial security is addressed or improved upon. Hello, Matt. How you doing? Hey, Angel, you can keep it moving. You gonna call the police on me? Thank you for the laugh. That's amazing. Honey, the police have so many more important things to be doing. They don't give a about what I'm doing, okay? Hello, Ronaldo. How are you doing? Seriously. Oh my gosh. There's somebody on YouTube who's pulling tarot cards, and I'm really offended. Can you please go check it out? That's you. That's what you sound like. Okay. Anyways, let's keep it moving. So we have this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse can talk about loss, and it can also talk about investment. I feel like you put your energy or put your all into something. I have no idea what just happened. It interrupted my stream, and then I went back into YouTube, and it was like, hey, it looks like your stream got interrupted. Would you like to continue it? Okay, so it looks like everything's still gone. Weird. Thank you, Get Some. How are you doing? Hello, Elijah. Please call me Carmen. Hello, Tails. What's up? um, no need to have donuts prepared. So, look, there's been disappointment. There's been, I don't know, maybe a professional pursuit or a long-term relationship, and you ended up at a dead end. You were wondering, okay, so how did this happen? I put my all into this, and nothing ended the way that I wanted it to, or nothing culminated in the achievement or the success that I was planning for. So with the star in the reverse, it's like I felt lost. I felt like what I had envisioned or what I had been working towards, it didn't make sense anymore. So you might have had a significant change in your career. You might have decided you needed to end a long-term relationship. You may have decided you need to move away from where you have spent much of your life. But it's like your life is defined by that moment. Everything that happened before then is this era, and everything that happens after that is this new era. And you're drawing in new energy in a very positive way. So, yeah, things might have been difficult, but they're about to get much better. Hello, Jamike. Thank you, Tiana. What else do we have? Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Another Ace of Wands. Opportunity, new energy. Ten of Pentacles, long-term security, financial security, generational wealth. And Ten of Pentacles can also talk about a sense of belonging or family that you deal with. Long-term relationship, especially since the Ten of Pentacles is clarifying the Two of Cups. It does feel to me like the foundation is being built so that you can have the life that you want professionally, but also to allow for romance, some sort of meaningful relationship. Hello, Yellow Fuzz. Happy Pride. Hello, Spiritual Healer. How are you doing? So we have the Devil and the Five of Cups in the reverse. You've got some haters. Drunk on haterade. You've got people who have been obsessed with seeing you not achieve your goal. And I feel like at least for some of you, there's been a small crowd of people who were like, yay, we ruined that thing that you thought was, you know, your purpose or your path. But what they don't realize is that wasn't the path you were meant to be on. They only expedited your being able to pivot towards the path that you are actually meant for. Something perhaps more healing or something where you have control. They prayed for the rain to darken your skies, but the only way you get flowers is if you have some rain. So whatever energy they sent your way has empowered you to manifest the life that you do want. So I see you being able to carve out a new existence, whether that's, miles and miles away from where they are or right up the street. This is like bonkers, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen YouTube act this way. Sorry if it keeps glitching out for you all. Okay. We're gonna get a few from The Voyage of the Soul. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing I've seen. Just 1 second I'm talking to you all, and then the next it's like my home screen. Yeah, and then I go back into YouTube and it's like, hey, would you like to recontinue this live stream? But anyways, thank you for waiting. All right, Voyage of the Soul. Let's see what else we've got. See, the thing that did not work out for you, this life that you had planned, maybe you got education for, maybe you had gotten promotions and you felt like this is where I'm supposed to be. It wasn't. And you gained wisdom through that situation. It was not the straightest path to get from where you were meant to be and where you were, but it was necessary in order for you to pick up knowledge and understanding and self-awareness. And it enables you to be able to start this new situation or start this new life for yourself. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Hello, Static. How are you doing? Yeah, maybe they're doing like a software upgrade or something, Key Controller, but I've never seen it do this before. Hello, King Angel. How are you doing today? Enlightenment and Sword. So you might be a healer. You might be a leader, a natural leader. I feel like you had to go through the trenches in order to be the most effective in your purpose possible. And because there has been this distraction or this pivot or a sense of failure in something that you worked at, there are people, your haters, who have been like, yay, you don't get to do the thing that you were trying to do. But just as they are celebrating that you have had to make a change or shift into something different, it's going to be a short-lived excitement for them because they're going to start to see or be made aware of your ability to funnel that energy that was previously in that old project into a new project. You're going to become better. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to spoil anything for anyone, but Game of Thrones spoiler alert. There was a scene where I can't remember who it was, but somebody was trying to take out Daenerys, and there was fire. She is fire, right? Queen of Wands. And it didn't take her out. It made her stronger. And I think that's when the dragons came into play, right? This is like somebody over here is like, yay, we win, you lost, haha. And they don't realize that you're about to come back stronger, like a phoenix. Well, I hope things get better for you, Static. Those conversations aren't always fun, but they are often necessary. Yeah, it made her stronger, right? And people were like, we win. We're like, what you gonna do now? And then she was like, everything. I'm gonna like surprise the pants off of you, cause I'm not done, lady. All right, let's see. This is the Fairy Lenormand. What else do we have? Yes, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. What else do we have? Goodness. I'm just throwing cards everywhere, you guys. We have the Fox, number 14. The book, which talks about secrets, wisdom, knowledge, and the Rider, Rider, number 1. We're number 1. So you're arriving elsewhere. You were dealing with the haters, right? The people who really wanted to see you fail. And they thought they had achieved that. They thought that you had actually failed. But sometimes failure is just the beginning, it's like the trial run. Okay, so that didn't work, or I learned what I needed to, so now that I can be like successful in a different way, right? Hello, Cyber Johnny, what's up? So this Rider card is you. You're arriving elsewhere after everyone was excited because they thought you were like running away. And you're like, hello, I'm back. I've got more to do. You thought I was done. Nope, not so much. This is the, no, actually we need tarot. What do we want? This is the Earth and Bone Tarot. Here's Jenny. What else do we have? The Emperor and the Two of Jars, which is the Two of Cups. So this is interesting. I don't normally see the Two of Cups as the two different energies within you, but that's how I'm seeing this. This is divine feminine, divine masculine. You know, generally you're going to have one of those be a little bit more apparent, or maybe you're a little bit more comfortable in that energy. This is you finding out how to balance that energy within, and it's enabling you to take action towards what you are meant to be. Okay, Fire Star Lord. Yeah, toodles. Thank you, Tiana. You can't scare me. It's funny, actually, because that comment is pretty perfect for what's happening in this reading, right? I know this is the path that I am meant to be on, even though there are people who would like to make me second guess that. And for many of you, you are about to enter into like a second chapter in your life. Maybe it's third or fourth, but it's a departure from what you had originally set your sights on. And there are going to be people who want to make you doubt yourself. Don't let them have that impact on you. They don't understand what you're capable of, and they don't understand your skill set. That's why they're afraid. That's why they like to be a hater. Hello, Navdeep. How are you doing? Hello, Dave. How are you doing? Oh, well, just so you know, I had the whip came out on one of the readings from yesterday, and then they do like this weird, like, I don't cut the portion out of the live streams, it's like AI generated, but they happened to choose when the whip came out. So one of the recent shorts is the whip, just so you know. It's kind of funny too, because I was just talking about like Phoenix and rising from the fire, right? The World in the reverse and the Page of Pentacles or Page of Petals. A new beginning. All is not lost. You might feel like things ended before you were ready, or you might have felt a little disoriented when you reached a dead end, but then you find the path leading from the road. You know, like there's more there. Three of Wands in the reverse. Two of Petals or Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Knight of Petals or Knight of Pentacles. So, 'tis but a scratch. Somebody or some group has counted you like down for the count, has counted you out, right? They're like, haha, you lose. I would even compare it to Chronicles of Narnia. When they, I mean, this is a little biblical, right? But when they feel that Aslan has died, but he comes back. There's some good ones. And they also, it's funny because the two that I posted last night that were cut from the live streams, none of them were like super rich with wisdom. It was just me being like silly because the other one was when somebody asked me if I was a sorceress. Where did I put? Oh, I moved the hat. And I put the hat on and everything. It was funny. I swear it was funny. So we have the Six of Wands, the King of Swords in the reverse, and the Two of Wands in the reverse. People expect you to feel disillusioned, frustrated, angry, disappointed, but you don't stay in that energy. You leverage what you've learned, you pivot, and you find this new path forward, and you are successful. And people are like, what? But we thought we vanquished you. We thought you were done. We thought you like gave up. No, I realized that wasn't the path that was meant for me, and I redirected my energy towards a new path. Keep up. We have the Queen of Jars, which is the Queen of Cups. Seven of Petals or Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Crystals or Three of Swords in the reverse. So you have healed a wound that many would have just kind of been content to complain about and stay stuck as a result of. It's like if you were driving through a bank, you needed to deposit some cash, right? Because you can't just do this in a bank, right? And when they have, you know, like 3, 4, or 5 lines where you can drive through, often you'll have those little signs over the lanes that tell you this one's open, this one's closed. It's like they expected you to pull into the lane that had the X over it, indicating it was closed, and just sit there and wait for something to happen that was never going to happen. But you acknowledged, oh, there's a closure in this lane. Maybe I'll just go to this one over here. This is a better path for me. They didn't expect you to be like smart enough to figure that out. They thought you were going to stay stuck. And you're like, no, I'm like observant. I can figure out that there's a different way forward. Just like if you've ever seen someone like reroute a stream, you can take a few rocks, probably some branches and whatnot, and reroute it, right? Sorry, I've been watching Survival Girl. And create a different path for that water. It's a force, it's going to find a way, just like you did. Five of Jars or Five of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Jars. So you have some haters, you have people who were determined to see you fail. And what they saw was you acknowledging that that path you were previously on is not the path that you are meant to be on, not the one you are meant to stay on. And while you learned what you needed to learn, and it was a useful part of your life, something that had to happen, it's taught you that you're strong enough to take that energy and direct it a different way or pursue something different. They don't like that. They wanted you to stay stuck. Yeah, my favorite would probably be either Survival Girl or Rummies in the Wild. Although I think there are some critiques of Rummies in the Wild, so yeah, not perfect. Hello, August. How are you doing? Hello, Ty. What's up? So we have Jinn, Jinn. As magic unfolds, a risk as high will arise. Wishes will be granted, but beware the design. It's not going to be what you initially wished for. It's not going to be the exact path that you saw when you started. You're pivoting. But this is also a card that could talk about the people who have gone out of their way to try to see you fail. The people who wanted to be able to say, I made that happen. They were told they had to take their toys and go home. But they celebrate too soon because you're able to make something new start growing. Because you took the time to examine what was going on around you, but more importantly, examine yourself. That self-awareness is key because it means you knew how you could take that energy or take your talent and route it elsewhere. So you accepted what wasn't working and found a different way. Hello, Abira. How are you doing? So we have isolation. In the solitude's embrace, I found my own echo. I whisper to the shadows, my voice finds no fellow. It's interesting because this as well, I think, can be applied to you and to your haters in a slightly different way. For you, you have had to get used to being on your own. You have had to acknowledge that you can keep going even if you feel like you're the only one there, or you don't need to have a cheerleader section in order to remain motivated. But there's also the haters that have basically built a little echo chamber, and they wanted to believe that they had succeeded in deterring you or in getting you stuck, ruining something of yours. But you're too crafty, you're too clever. So whatever has ended, you've been able to repurpose energy in a new direction. So we have the Grim Reaper. Something has ended. In the realm of twilight where shadows converge, the Grim Reaper's scythe guides souls to the verge. Avoidance. In the dance of shadows, I conceal and evade. Fear's veil keeps me distant in the dark's cool shade. So you had, or you have, a choice. I feel like for the majority of you, you've already made the choice to not fall into this. But you could have chosen to be angry. You could have chosen to be fearful. You could have chosen to give up. And these are the things that they expected of you when they attacked you, or when they tried to ruin your reputation, or when they tried to sabotage your career. They thought you'd be like, oh, I guess I just have to give up now. I guess like there's nothing else I can do, huh? Nope. You kept going. Hello, Dino. How are you doing? This is A Gamer's Ways. I agree, static. So we have the Thief. The Thief isn't necessarily evil, but they do tend to work for self-serving reasons. Their niche stalls, their niche skills can prove to be useful if you make a friend of one, but they can often cause conflict amongst party members. So, somewhere along the line, you encountered a thief, and this person was influenced by others in a negative way to be an agent of chaos in your life. Whether that means you got into a relationship that distracted you, and as a result of that relationship, a lot of things needed to end, or you started to connect with a social community and you thought initially that you fit in until eventually there was some sort of toxicity that made you feel like you needed to remove yourself from that situation. But it has taught you to be more discerning and taught you which direction is no longer meant for you. Abandoned save. Are you sure you want to delete the save file? When we're young, we take for granted the XP gained from many small battles. We flee from conflict and monotony alike, inevitably resulting in a level so low that it halts our ability to progress our story. Then we learn some growth requires starting over. It's pretty perfect. Quest marker. You have a heading and a pep in your step. There is no creature in this land that can stop you from completing your mission. Just make sure to hydrate, eat, and get adequate rest. A player with no reserves will taste no reward. You didn't stop when they expected you to stop. You didn't give up when they got in your way. You didn't, feel bad for yourself when you had to accept that something was not going to work out. You took that energy, you took that magic from within yourself, and you ordered up a new life. You ordered up a new path for yourself. Giving up on giving up. Third person. It goes without saying that the nice thing about having camera control is the ability to change your perspective and see things differently. It is recommended that you explore all modes of perception available to you to progress. You were not myopic. You were not limited by tunnel vision. This is the only thing that works for me. This is the only way I can be happy. You took those blinders off and realized, oh, there's like multiple ways for me to go, almost like I'm playing Plinko. You put the little disc down, there's a bunch of pegs that guide it, and it's going to find the end, right? Even if it gets thrown way off course and then corrects. So, whatever these haters tried to do to stall you or make you give up, it's only made you stronger. This is the Green Goddess Oracle. What else do we have, please? Mortar and pestle. Integration, subtlety, and thoroughness. He's a good man and thorough. You are able to take what you have, assess what was around you, and make a different decision. Very like survivalist, by the way. Hearth, safety, comfort, spiritual connections. And by being able to walk away from what isn't working or what hasn't worked and taking inventory of the options still available, you've mapped out a new course. You're able to move forward despite the best efforts of your haters trying to get in your way. Soil, stability, and simplicity. So your money's getting better. Your job situation improves. The people around you, you're not going to have to be looking over your shoulder every 2 seconds anymore. You probably still will out of habit, or maybe it takes a little while to change that. but you're going to have a soul tribe. You're going to have people around you that you can actually trust. For some of you, maybe that's, concentrated into a relationship, but I feel like it's friends and romance that is related by or is impacted by this new start. This is the Kipper. What else do we have? I would agree with that. What else? Mature man. You don't have to be a man, but you do have to be mature. And you've experienced not having anything, or you've had people take from you, right? The thief. But those days are not going to last forever. Wealthy and concerned. The people who thought they had stopped you, the people who thought that they had stolen your sunshine, are going to be made aware of your persistence and your ability to rise above and do better than even before. So I like that for you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for putting up with the weird glitches in this live stream. And I will see you on the next one. Toodles.